First clip of the video.
Yeah.
It's a nice afternoon, and we're simply just flinging some arrows.
Not the guy you want to take any advice from, that's for sure.
Ooh.
Gotta get ready for hunting chickens.
Turkey season coming up, so you know, get ready. I just got my sight back, so we're out here flinging some sticks, and you know, it's a fun time. So that's what's going on. We're gonna shoot some arrows and maybe put out a video, so we'll see. All right, folks, so just got my sight back. I had sent it out for some warranty work to Black Gold. Shout out to them, very easy to work with on warranty. Sight looks really good now, bright pins, ready to go. Shooting in the wind a little right here, but you know, I always say it's good to practice in the wind, all conditions, so feeling pretty good. We're at 50 yards right here. I think my sight's good to go. I actually changed the color configuration. I don't know if you guys can see, I went 2 green, a red, and 2 green. The reason I did that, and I usually shoot with no level, so they threw a level in there for me, which is kind of nice, so I'm messing around with that. But the reason I did that pin configuration is so that way when I draw the bow, I know the red's 40, and in the heat of the hunt, I can just adjust from the 40, and you know, right away it's easy to distinguish which is the middle. I kind of do like having the level. It's weird because like I've shot without one for so long. It was never really something I checked for, but what I'm noticing having one is that the only really difference for me is like I just give it one extra glance. So all my other stuff's the same. Draw back, hit the match up the circles, get the pin settled and rock solid, glance at the level, let her fly. So it doesn't really change much for me, but it's kind of nice. Wind's definitely shaking the bow a little bit. Shooting a good group, so we're having fun today. And turkey season is in like a little less than around a month and a week, so we're pretty excited getting ready. Obviously I'm not going to shoot 50 yards at a turkey, but just making sure my setup's dialed in and feeling good. So far so good. Got Matt out here shooting. I bet my dad's gonna come join us here shortly. And yeah, we're gonna get some clips for you guys. So what'd you buy this bow, a year ago?
Probably more like 2.
2 years, so
2, maybe a year and a half, 2, and then
Bowtech Rain 7.
Had one season of hunting. Kind of busy with work and stuff, so not a lot of time, but hoping to be successful this upcoming season.
What would you say, you know, having a little time doing archery and a hunting season under your belt, what are kind of some things that you've learned about hunting, you know, that maybe being a guy who wasn't raised hunting, what kind of caught you by surprise?
It's difficult. No question. A lot more difficult. The nerves, nothing really you can do to sort of prepare. I mean, I've had 2 shots at deer, been close but unsuccessful. Both times just you know, way more nervous than I ever thought I'd be. So hoping that just comes with experience. Each time it'll get more or a little bit less nervous, but
or just like know how to handle it better.
Either that, and then just more practice. I need to get more practice in and hope that way when the nerves do happen, you can, you know, overcome them. True.
Well, so one thing that I say too that kind of relays off what he's saying is especially for newer guys, the nerves so much I don't think really go away that much. I mean, I do think you learn how to handle the nerves better, and I also think that I think the more repetitions you get shooting, the more your muscle memory kicks into play. So like when you're really nervous, now you're also not having to remember the 10 steps it takes to make a good shot. You're just like, you know, the shot comes, you draw, and everything's like almost mechanical. I think that's the biggest difference. So do you feel like, you know, by shooting more and having more time behind the bow, you're kind of getting that way a little more? It's like a little more just routine based.
Yeah, and each time that, you know, I start picking it up again and shooting more consistently, it takes a little bit to come back. But, you know, for some amount, it's like riding a bike, but there's definitely fine tuning that, you know, goes away when you put the bow down for a bit. So that for me, I'm gonna just focus on shooting more and getting dialed in all year, but hopefully even more so before season. That way, like you said, when it does come time, the nerves will be there, but it's muscle memory behind the bow. So yeah, so that's what we're doing right now.
All right, man. So a lot of people who don't hunt, they either think it's easy, and we kind of went over that earlier, or they think it's going to be boring. Obviously, you already said it's not easy. Was it boring, would you say?
That's something that, you know, didn't really know how I would feel about it. You know, it's early mornings, cold mornings, sitting, hiking around, to sometimes, you know, have nothing to show for it. Most of the time have nothing to show for it. But whether you're with buddies or by yourself, I don't know, I think it's always enjoyable. There's like that time of morning when everything like starts making noise, when you see, you know, when you start to see deer moving, or hear that first gobble. That for me, that makes it all worth it, even if you're coming up empty-handed. People always say, oh, you didn't get anything, are you bored, you want to quit yet? But I don't know, it makes me, the more I don't get something, and more it makes me want to get back out and be successful the next time. So no, it's definitely not boring.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And you know, even if you're not successful, heck, even if you don't even see anything, it's just, I think one of the cool parts about hunting is being able to see sites and areas that most people have never seen. You know, very rural, remote areas. You know, is that something that you've also kind of enjoyed?
Yeah, whether it's, you know, exploring new areas, finding new spots that, you know, you hear have deer and you finally get out there and see something, or you know, like I said, even if you don't see anything, just being out there. If you like being outdoors, even if you don't, it gives you a chance to see if you do like it. So yeah, I wouldn't trade any of the time I've spent so far being unsuccessful for doing something else. There's no other way to learn and be successful other than try. So
True.
We'll keep doing it this year.
Keep it going.
People say that there's, you know, phases of hunting, or you know, at first you just want to be successful. In your later years, you know, you're more selective. Where would you say you are now, or have you moved anywhere? Have you always been one way or the other?
No, it definitely does change. You know, at first, like you mentioned, hunting is extremely difficult. Whether it's with a rifle, with a bow, for a doe, for a buck. But I will say, as you get more proficient and you've got more field tags under your belt, and you start to kind of learn the process, learn animals better, eventually it becomes not easy. Hunting's never easy, but you tend to want to challenge yourself more. So for me, at least, at the end of the day, it is about filling my tag and putting meat in the freezer. But if I have time to do it, I'm certainly going to spend my time looking for an old, mature animal. And for me, the reason I do that is a lot of times I'll hunt one or two specific animals. And obviously, if you're hunting any legal deer versus hunting two specific ones, the challenge level goes up. And also, you know, I still would get excited to shoot a doe, but not near as excited as I was in the beginning. However, you put a buck that I've been chasing for 2 weeks in front of me, you know, it kind of ramps that excitement level back up. So there's definitely phases, and I think at this point, yeah, I think I'm towards like the more trophy hunting phase, but it's still about meat at the end of the day.
Right. More so than me or a lot of other hunters. You have a lot more time sitting, hiking, glassing. Do you think it gets more boring, less boring, or have you grown to appreciate the art of hunting more?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. To me, I'm never bored. I mean, I'll be out glassing or sitting a blind. I've literally sat blinds. Last year in Arizona, I was sitting a blind dusk to dark every day, like 12-hour days in the blind. And I mean, for hours I wouldn't see anything, and it was real hot, but never was I bored. Even now, I'll glass all day and not be bored. It's just something I love to do. You never know what you're going to see. This year I saw a bald eagle glassing in Arizona, which was cool, or, you know, spotting a coyote or whatever. It's just like the unknown is what I like about it. So if anything, I think I'm less bored now just because I've grown to appreciate it so much, the whole process, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely something that beginning hunters have to look forward to, and something to work for. So
totally. So anyways, guys, I think today we just kind of put together a fun little video, just kind of us chit-chatting, new guy, veteran guy. It's kind of a cool little dynamic, so we thought we would talk about it a little bit, and all while shooting our bows. We got the Bowtech Experience Trusty Steed, we got the Bowtech Rain 7 over there, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.